done what that noise was, but still. Anyway, welcome to the 4th or 5th episode of the Supersonic Panther podcast. This week it is about JAWS3-d.
Hooray!
Now, I thought this film started off kind of decently until the last half an hour where it went downhill very fast.
Yeah, I would say a good element, which, if done correctly, could have made a better movie. But, no.
Yeah. Did it run out of budget or something? Because the first about 90 minutes were pretty decent. The effects were okay. They weren't good, but they were okay.
I mean, it stopped using that submarine thing for whatever reason.
Yeah, that was probably the best effect in the entire film. Probably because it was the actual small submarine.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
I think a lot of the budget somehow went into creating, because the film at the time was around at the time when 3D effects, like 3D effects and stuff, were just coming out. They wanted to capitalize on that by doing quote-unquote 3D. I get maybe some of the budget went into that.
Right, on the poster and the title of the film, it says JAWS3-d.
Yeah.
But in the actual film itself, the title is JAWS 3. Do you think that's why the special effects at the end are really bad? Because they were added in post to make it look 3D.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, God, 30-second images of fishes getting killed and then going up to the screen. It's not even proper 3D. It's just as close to the screen as it can get.
No. The plot was decent, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been way worse, especially considering Jaws 4's plot. Oh, God.
How many Jaws films are there?
Officially there's 4, but I think some indie developers or whatever made one up.
Jaws in Japan.
Yeah,
that's what we're going to watch for next week.
Really? Oh, for God's sake. I'm pretty sure it's not actually a sequel.
This month is going to be Jaws month. Do you know how the Shark Week? This is going to be Jaws month.
Oh, I really think capture timeline. Megalodon month.
No, because technically Jaws isn't Megalodon. I mean, he is in everything but name, but you know.
Well, yeah, literally in this movie, I'm pretty sure the mother great white shark is not. No, that can't be.
The biologist would be able to tell when the great white shark's like a baby.
No.
I'm pretty sure that was not a great white shark. It was probably I don't know, something else, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't a baby great white shark.
Pretty sure normal great white sharks can't swallow humans whole.
A Megalodon probably could.
Is that? I think it's mostly big enough to swallow even the great white shark, really.
Well, that person wasn't swallowed whole. He was more half swallowed.
Yeah, and then he tried.
He still kind of sticking out the mouth at the end. That's why he used to blow it up. But for some reason, his legs exploded when it went down the shark's throat.
Yeah, I mean, he was crawling back up, but he wasn't going to go through the teeth, was he? He's not an idiot. And then somehow just a shower of blood, and then whatever.
Speaking of which, was he Australian or British? Because I think he. I'm not sure which one. The accent was just very generic.
It's somewhere between British and Australian, but because it's an American-made film, I really cannot tell. I want it to be Australian though, because that just makes everything awesome, really.
You see, I think the South African accent is probably the most real-life version you can get between Australian and British English, but
only Andy Serkis can really pull that off anyway.
Or anyone who was in, what was it, District 9?
Oh, yeah.
Or Chubby. Yeah, that guy. Can't remember what his name is.
I don't know. Tonto, Diego, or something.
Alright. It's probably nothing like that. It's probably like Jim something.
Oh, bloody Tonto Diego, what a name. But what was the plot? Let's see.
Oh, wait. The plot was about a large killer animal in SeaWorld.
Yeah, it sounds stupid when you just say it basically, but there are some good elements in it. I mean,
it's not really stupid because that happens at SeaWorld like every 6 months.
yeah. But I think that poorly executed.
I think they should like make a Jurassic Park version of this where a Velociraptor somehow gets in a zoo and like they capture it and everything where it dies in captivity. Then it turns out the Velociraptor is actually baby T-Rex.
God's sake. That's probably already a movie, to be honest.
I hope it is.
Yeah. To be honest, though, like the whole baby shark dying in captivity thing is accurate because no one actually tries to put a baby shark in captivity because it will die because you just can't do it. So that's realistic. So I like that aspect.
There probably is one somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like some
It
Japanese.
might be dead, but it's still in captivity.
Yeah, like Japan or something, maybe. So I guess my scientific childhood side like that. I hated everything else, but
I think the bit my inner child liked most was the bit when the giant shark exploded due to a hand grenade. That definitely wasn't just a red smoke grenade.
I think the Australian British twat guy said it was like a mini claymore.
The guy in red short shorts.
Yeah, he said something about it being like a mini claymore type thing. Created by her. Oh wait, no, he was British because he said it was created by Her Majesty herself or something. So I guess he was British.
Yeah, but technically, the Queen of the United Kingdom is also the Queen of Australia. So.
Oh, for God's sake! This is you could just be either or. I'm not going to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
also, when you said a mini claymore, I was just imagining like very small swords rather than a very small bomb.
Yeah.
Because the claymore is like a sort of trip mine, isn't it? But it's also a very, very big sword.
Yeah. I know, maybe there were a million miniature swords just shredded the sharks to bits.
I like to think it was just a kitchen knife with a bit of like metal.
I think of it though.
Guards on it.
I think though, Australian British man did have a knife. Why didn't it use that on the shark? Because if you stab it on the snout with the knife, it will deter it. Whatever.
I think that counts against definitely not megalodons.
Obviously not megalodons, but that's called the film as Great White Sharks. I don't know anymore.
Right. So, also there's a plot about this guy who has a severe phobia of water. Due to Jaws, the original Jaws, I think.
Yeah, I think the main characters in this film are the family of the sheriff guy from the first film. I forget his name, Roy Scheider or something. But and they all hate sharks.
Does anything actually ever happen with that? Or do we just escape Jaws and that's it?
I know. All I know is that the sheriff guy was in for 2 movies, and now apparently his entire family hates sharks because he almost died or something.
Right. I just thought of a theory, like literally while we were having this conversation.
Mm.
Do you know how the guy who's scared of water gets slurred into water by his naked girlfriend? Right? What if his naked girlfriend is a siren that can transform into megalodons? It don't make sense.
Yes, sure, it makes sense. Because people don't want to go back into the water, so the siren will lure them back into the water because it's a siren. That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go. Sharks are sirens confirmed. I guess we could come up with a way to actually make the film better. Like, I have a lot of ideas, to be honest, because it's not bloody hard.
I think the idea I just said was pretty good.
Yeah. But I think you could have made it very well.
Isn't there a Jaws like PS2 game that has the exact same plot as this, but it's really good because you can play as Jaws?
Oh yeah, it's called Jaws Unleashed. I remember seeing like a blockbuster sometime, and
Isn't like Shamu a boss fight or something in that?
oh yeah, like you fight the great white shark, and there's like fights where you attack like the U.S. Navy, colossal squids. You basically kill everything, and you somehow
See that's what the film should have been.
Also in that game, Jaws is somehow the smartest shark on the planet. Like you can figure out to pick up explosive barrels and trip them at navy boats to blow them up. I'm like, dude.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this Jaws is sort of like a Deadpool kind of Jaws, where he knows he's in a video game and therefore has knowledge of video game mechanics.
Yeah, makes sense. Like, I think I keep trying to figure out reasons as to why the Jaws sharks are somehow just human murderers. The only thing I can think of is that some kind of mutated subspecies that like rats when it tastes blood.
Not really. There's animals in real life that like to hunt people for fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you take a rat, if it bites a human.
There's that crocodile in like Africa or somewhere that has like 300 kills.
Nice. I mean, not nice, but nice still. That reminds me, the other day, like literally yesterday, I heard a story about someone in Australia who went into a crocodile-infested pool, and I guess he forgot about the crocodiles, but they swam in the water for a bit, and he was like, immediately said, "Oh no, a crocodile," and then he disappeared forever.
That's something you tend not to forget.
I know it's Australia. You wing it.
Didn't Australia like magically have one of their prime ministers disappear in the ocean? Like he was just swimming about, then he disappeared or something.
No.
I mean, the Australians apparently are very good at like losing things when it comes to sea life.
Okay, no, I found it. It is Australian Prime Minister did disappear in the 60s, I think. Yeah, it looks like
like a decade before the first Jaws came out. It's perfect.
Conspiracy, mate.
Yeah. Australia is Jaws 2016.
I think the best way if you were to say for some reason remake Jaws 3 and turn it back into a new Jaws franchise for whatever reason, I think the best way to do that would be basically to make a Jurassic Park. Literally just take most of the plot from Jurassic Park and shove it in there, because there is stuff in Jaws 3 about corporation stuff and how they want to use the shark for money and stuff. So you could expand on that and make that the entire movie plot.
I would watch that if only for how they're going to pull off the toilet kill.
Like you know that underwater tunnel thing that gets flooded. There's a random toilet in there, and then everything gets flooded, and then there's like a huge hole, and then the shark decides, oh look, there's a guy in the toilet there, and someone gets stuck there because he flushed before he got flooded in, so his arse is stuck in the hole, and then the shark kills him.
I was thinking more like a baby Jaws, but even smaller than the one in this one, which apparently is like 13 foot long or something. Because it's a very big shark in that pool. I don't know whether you noticed.
Yeah, I mean,
that's definitely not a baby.
They shoved it in a swimming pool as well. Gee, what were they thinking?
That was literally like at waist level.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was the thing about? Oh yeah, I was just thinking like a very small Jaws just going through the pipeworks. He's on the toilet.
Goes up his arse and eats him from the inside. Oh god.
He just jumps up. There's just like a tail fin like flapping about.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in what's it called, Piranha 3D, Double D, whatever the hell they're called. Where piranhas.
I haven't actually seen that. Yeah, it was 3DD.
Yeah, where they go inside human bodily parts and then eaten from the inside, and then it's inside a woman's.
A fourth Sharknado is coming out, actually.
Oh, for God's sake, I cannot stand those
You want
movies.
to know what it's called?
What?
Sharknado: The Fourth Awakens.
Oh my God. I hate this franchise so much.
I didn't even realize there's a third one.
Right. Oh, as soon as I saw there was a third one, I think I did the Facebook rant because I was so just horrified by it. Oh yeah.
I think they should have stopped that second one. I mean, that the title of the sequel was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Sharknado: The Second One.
Yeah. That was a pretty good title. They knew what their film was. They knew.
I've never actually seen it before. Is this something worth watching?
I only watch all the trailers with the B-list, C-list celebrities in them, and I didn't watch the movie.
I feel like we can't watch it on this podcast because it's specifically designed to be like this.
The problem is, though, I don't think it's a good bad movie. I think it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have that feeling of shitness that I really enjoy. It's just shit.
Iron Sky 2. It's coming out 2017 now.
For God's sake,
it was supposed to come out like last year.
I know, like, they only released one trailer. I thought it would be out by now, to be honest. Even if it was like straight DVD.
The trailer was released November 2014.
Was it? God. So excited for that, though.
It's been 2 years since the trailer's been released, and when that trailer was released, it was 2 years since Iron Sky came out, so... But now, just saying.
Yeah. Too many good films getting delayed nowadays.
To be fair, I don't think anyone's like expecting this to be top quality film.
Hey, it's got T-Rex doing the Nazi salute. It was the best movie ever.
Okay, I think even the new trailers came out.
No. Don't think so.
Anyway. That was a bit of a tangent there. What were we talking about? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got more stuff to talk about for my Jaws 3 remake idea.
How would they do like the scene at the beginning of Jaws Park? Do you know the bit where the Velociraptor's in the kitchen being shocked by electric faults?
Yeah.
How would they do that?
I think the good way to actually make a film is to have it that the entire beginning of the film is the plan to actually put a great white shark on captivity because
it needs to be a shot-for-shot remake of Jurassic Park just with sharks instead of dinosaurs.
Oh, well, like that, I have to create like a little like kind of shark cage to transport them, and then like a guy, I don't know, goes in, for some reason has a bucket of chum in his hand when he's trying to close the gate, and then the shark attacks him, and then they try to taser the shark underwater.
I mean, they don't even need to hit the shark at that point. They just really need to put the tasers in the water and press the button.
Hmm. But the entire film...
Jaws, in that case, would be the T-Rex, and the Spinosaurus would be bigger Jaws.
No. I guess sharks do fight, but it won't exactly be like over the top.
And the Indominus Rex would be even bigger Jaws.
Bigger, for God's sake. It just needs to be Sharktopus, to be honest. That's Indominus Rex.
No, Indominus Rex is Sharktopus with the laser cannon on. Oh yeah, and Harry Potter's Cloak of Invisibility.
Why?
Because the Indominus Rex can go invisible, so this one needs to.
Fair enough.
Right, so either Harry Potter's Cloak of Invisibility or the One Ring has to be one of them.
How the hell can a shark wear a ring unless it's like a nose ring?
No, it's just like, do sharks have baby teeth? I don't think they do.
I think so, because apparently when sharks are babies in their egg sacs, the bigger ones actually eat the smaller ones. So
just like put it on the fin when it's a like baby shark, so it grows into the fin. Massive necklace like Frodo did.
Bling bling. also like you know how Dennis Nedry is basically the guy in Jurassic Park who sabotages everything. I believe like the Australian guy should be like, basically be that because they are like cameramen, but they're also part-time hunters. So if you have it that they plan to sabotage the park so that everyone gets trapped in those tunnel things, like with it.
I was gonna make them Mulden. Or are we just gonna like merge Nedry and Mulden together?
Yeah, they're basically the same person. But basically, it's all about money. So the planet trap everyone on the ground, so and then release the shark, so it kills a lot of people. And then their idea is to kill the shark, so they get world famous and get all the monies, like all the monies in the world because they saved everyone from a killer shark, which they released. But then the shark kills them, and then the main characters are somehow in the water and use their grenades to blow it up.
It's not a Jaws film if the shark doesn't blow up.
Exactly. I mean, actually, in the second one, the shark got electrocuted.
Being Jurassic Jaws 3 without any explanation. We still kill it at the end of Jurassic Jaws 1, just have no like explanation to why it's back in the third and fourth one.
Well, the fourth one didn't explain its shark, so I mean, no one knows whether that's a ghost or if it's a family member or if it's just a vigilante shark. So no one knows. But yeah, that's basically.
There also needs to be 4 other sharks that have different coloured headbands on.
Oh god, shark training.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Sharks.
Oh no. Really hiding in the flooded sewer systems of New York. Can't be too much in New York though. I mean, there's not really much I can go without dying.
What would Splinter be? Like a bit of driftwood.
Like it's a magical driftwood to the. I don't know.
Or Ariel's dad out of My Little Mermaid. No, that would be Casey, obviously. So anyway, we should get back on track to Jurassic Jaws.
I mean, Jaws 3. Those are actually the same film, to be honest.
Except Jaws 3, in a way, it sort of predicted the future about SeaWorld.
Yeah, true.
Just replace Jaws eating everyone in sight with one of the killer whales, like, kind of injuring fatally one person by accident or via stress, one of them.
Yeah, I mean, the film could have focused a lot on the whole animal rights thing and the whole corruption and politician stuff of trying to make SeaWorld just a money-making place, but they didn't really focus too much on it.
It's a film series about sharks blowing up.
It could have been a proper like thriller sort of thing with all this sabotage, trying to sabotage things and releasing sharks and stuff. Basically, I'm kind of being biased by saying my movie's better than the original Jaws 3, but it really is. Let's be honest. I'd pay to see this movie.
Right, James. I will say that I do tend to like alternate versions of film lore. For example, I prefer the Lord of the Rings ending where evil wins. That is made in Lord of the Rings Conquest. That's one of my favorite stories of all time. And I also prefer the Empire of the Rebels, but you know,
yeah, the Empire.
I think you're going a bit too far there, James. It's literally, I don't think Jaws has any like intricate political details behind it.
I even created an entire trilogy for a new Jaws sequel franchise, and sometime.
What, Jurassic Jaws?
No, not Jurassic Jaws. This one.
Because if you do make that, you better credit me as co-producer.
Yeah, true.
When you work out, I just want to wake up one day.
To get a huge paycheck for no reason. No, like my idea was different. This one's about Jurassic Shark. My original idea for a trilogy was about how, because sharks attack people all the time, that genetic corporations create this killer mechanized jaws who fires missiles and stuff to kill all the other sharks, and then that shark gets out of control, becomes sentient. Basically, it's Planet of the Apes, but with sharks.
It's perfect as well because Jaws is actually mechanical. I wouldn't have to make any new props.
Yeah.
We just have to wait till it degrades a tiny bit so we can see the gears.
Yeah. Oh god. I think we could talk like all day about Jaws, to be honest.
Yeah. We can go on for another 10 minutes before we have to end the podcast, I think.
Yeah.
So we've been going on for this about 40 minutes now.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Right, so what do you think of Jaws 3D? How many Jurassic Jaws out of 4 do you give it?
If I was to give my movie version, I would have given my movie version like a 9 out of 10. But the original, I don't know, IMDb rated 3.6 out of 10, which is not bad. I will give it something else. Oh yeah, we work out of 100, don't we? That's our rating system.
Yeah. Out of 100 Panthers.
I'll give it like 80 Shark Panthers, meaning because there are some good elements in it. It's not the worst.
That's what the Indominus Rex can be, a Shark Panther.
Oh god! I mean, it does have a few good actors in it, like Dennis Quaid, who is like the only main actor there. Because
I think I'm gonna give it about, I would say 60. It would have been like an 80 if it didn't fall so flat in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, it could have been so much better.
So, anyway, should we move on to games?
I guess. Oh.
So, you played any games, new games recently?
Let's see, I don't know, I'll check the Steam. Let's see, we've got Time of Dragons, which I'm now playing on my YouTube channel now, which is probably, the videos are probably terrible because only one person liked them, which was probably either you or Aaron.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, exactly, so they're probably terrible.
Yeah, that's me.
But that's quite a fun game, really. I mean...
So, I played a bit of that with you, so
yeah, I mean,
sorry for a free game.
I mean, Dragons with Lasers, it's probably the best laser dragon game I've played because I don't actually play that genre of game.
It's not a very big genre, I have to admit.
I don't know. I think it's going to take off, much like fishing games. They're going to take off.
Oh yeah, right. I've also been playing Lord of the Rings online.
Oh yes.
Which is it's been pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, I remember reading an Xbox Live magazine review of it. It said it was a dog shit, but then I played it and I was like...
I think it used to be. Now it's only sort of dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It does have the kind of Lord of the Rings feel-ish, depending on which...
Well, it's kind of a necessary thing to have for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like playing Lord of the Rings, but then it plays like feels like Skyrim, and they'd be like, oh...
It feels more like the old... Not the Old Republic. Is it the Old Republic? What's the Star Wars MMO called? Is it the Old Republic?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah, because the single player game is called Knights of the Old Republic, isn't it?
Oh,
so it's basically a load of Rings version, except with that. But except the combat's a lot better than Lord of the Rings, I feel. Maybe just because it's almost all melee, so you don't notice it.
The combat's actually not hard. You just like click your mouse over and over. It's not really.
I think it's like that in most MMOs. I think the only one I can remember that isn't like that is that one Elder Scrolls Online, which isn't very good either, mainly because you have to pay for it.
I know, you don't have to pay for it now.
I mean, do you not?
No, it became free like a year ago or something.
Oh, I might download it again. Because it was okay, but I played the beta when it came out. It crashed a lot. It crashed more than Skyrim did. It crashed more than heavily modded Skyrim did.
I know.
And there was like a black box in the center, like not the center right of my screen. I couldn't get away. I think it was like just a broken bit of the game. But that was in beta, so
apparently everyone says it's better now from initial release. But then again, I don't know why I just want to play it anyway, because it's not. I was expecting multiplayer Skyrim basically. So
I think there is a multiplayer Skyrim mod.
Yeah, like that's probably...
There's a multiplayer Kerbal Space Program mod, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's a multiplayer Skyrim mod.
I mean, honestly, multiplayer mods often end up being better than actual multiplayer things in actual games. Like, just take Just Cause 2's multiplayer mod. That is genius.
Yeah, but that's like official now anyway, so it's going even better.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
You get it when you buy Just Cause 2.
Oh, I mean, I've actually got the free version on the Xbox, but that probably don't have the mod.
No, it's only PC.
Bastards.
Your Xbox, not your Xbox. The laptop might be able to run Just Cause 2. It's not a very demanding game. Looks like it should be, but it's very well optimized.
I don't know. Considering Just Cause 3, or maybe because my frame rate go to 15% if I do too many explosions, I'm scared what Just Cause 2 could do.
What? You have Just Cause 3 on your laptop?
No, not my laptop, Xbox. But if it causes too many train explosions, it will drop your frame rate because there's just so much. Great game, though. Needed co-op, though. It really needs co-op.
Just wait till it's on sale. It normally goes to like £3. Might as well just buy it. Try. But anyway, so yeah, that was Lord of the Rings. I have also been playing Medieval 2 Total War recently.
Ah, yes.
Which I had a battle that I think would, if it happened in real life, would rival a battle on the scale of Agincourt. I can tell you about that in a minute. But I've already told you about that, I think. So, yeah. Never mind.
I don't know. We basically compared it to the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Well, it basically was. You know, the walls exploded, archers got attacked at close range, then cavalry came in from behind.
Oh, but did you ride horses?
There was only 2 people left. The only difference in this is that the orcs were French, not orcs, and everyone important in that battle died.
Oh. Yeah, that was
the only people left were peasants, and they're kind of useless.
I know, it'd be pretty bad in Lord of the Rings, where everyone who's left is the peasants who you don't care about.
Then the Return of the King is just like Lord of the Rings Online.
Oh God! I guess
Wikipedia.com. One of my characters in Lord of the Rings Online is called Wikipedia.com because he's a lawmaster or lawkeeper, whatever the class is called.
Yeah.
I haven't actually played with them yet. I should soon.
You could have called yourself Encyclopedia Britannica.
I didn't think about that. I think Wikipedia.com, even though it is Wikipedia.org, I am well aware of that. But I did not realise that when I made the countdown. I couldn't be bothered to rename it.
Again, knowing our look, it would have been taken.
Yeah, Wikipedia was.
I mean, who the heck makes the Lord of the Rings character Malcolm? I want my character to be called Malcolm. I just wouldn't let me.
I was going to call my main, which is called Eaglglin, which I finally came to after 25 attempts on the randomize button. After all the other ones were taken, I counted. I was originally going to name him Dennis, but that was taken. Then I tried to call him Nev. Then I tried to call him Kev. Then tried to call him Big Kev. All those were taken.
Oh, God's sake. You call the character Big Kev?
Well, me, apparently.
Oh.
But apparently you can't, so... And I've never seen anyone else with the stupid name so far in the game.
Imagine our bloody principal is playing Lord of the Rings Online.
Everyone else has proper elven names and everything. Mine's just the randomized name. Yours is sort of sounds okay if you read it fast, but if you read it properly, it sounds stupid as
you have to say it in a stereotypical British accent, otherwise it just doesn't work.
Aren't Rohan like all commoners though?
Well, yeah, I know, but I was one of the
Stable boys.
yeah. Well,
Then again, everyone in Rohan was made a stable boy.
stop ruining my dreams, though. I'm a special person in Rohan.
I'm sure you was. Your man was very popular in the stables.
You bitch.
So I think that's the only new game I played.
Yeah.
I think if you get the Medieval 2 Total War expansion, which is only like £9, we're gonna get it when it goes on sale. But there's a load of the Rings mod for it as well. I'm not sure if it has multiplayer, it might do, but if it does, we should play that sometime.
Yeah.
We should play the game anyway because it's pretty fun. And we don't have anything else to do except this podcast at the minute, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things like Civilization where it looked terrible from other people's gameplay, but when I played it, I actually enjoyed it.
It just looks terrible for you,
yeah.
To be honest, because I thought Civilization always looked pretty great.
I mean, it looks terrible from YouTube videos, but I enjoyed it when I played it. Mainly because I was playing with you. I don't think I would have enjoyed this too much by myself.
I don't think we ever got past the classical era, did we?
No, we don't get very far.
The game always broke before then. So I hope Civ 6, if your laptop can run it. I'm not sure if my computer can run it, because my computer is terrible. I think the CPU is almost 8 years old. But if our computers can run it, and record and still have decent frame rate and resolution, we should play that.
I'm unsurprised at what I can run still.
It might have to be in strategic view, but we should be able to run it. Fallout 4 has mods now for Xbox One.
Oh yeah.
Do you have Fallout 4?
Oh yeah, I don't play it that much, mainly because I just want to complete all my other games. And also I got a bit peeved because I didn't entirely finish Fallout 3, which I was planning to do because I almost got near the end, but I just don't know. I'm stuck in an underground cave system and don't know where to go.
If you just go straight to the area where one of the last quests is, the bit where you find your dad, it just skips at that point in the game.
No?
Yeah, in Fallout 3. Right, so mods for Fallout 4. I have downloaded some mods. Most of them are useful. There's a mod that says exactly what you're going to say. And it really highlights how every option in Fallout 4 is yes, yes, sarcastic, yes, no, but yes. On the where you get interviewed by Piper, I'm not sure if you got this far, but there's 3 stages, I think. The first stage, I chose the sarcastic option when she said, what was life like in the vault? You can choose, I was frozen, I don't know, stop asking me, stuff like that. But the sarcastic option, which says it was me and 1,000 guinea pigs, they turned carnivorous.
Well.
And I can't continue the story like that. You have to go all serious after that. It's really annoying. Because I think the next question is, she says, why are you here? Then the option is stuff like, none of your business. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for my 1-year-old son. I'm looking for Sean.
Oh.
Then if you choose none of your business or I'm looking for something, she says, what are you looking for? Then you have to choose, I'm looking for my 1-year-old son. Then the third stage, which you have to say to the people of Diamond City, send a message of hope or something if they too have someone kidnapped. You can either choose, people are ignoring kidnappings, which makes you choose one of the other options. Then there is, don't lose hope. Then there is just you can't do anything about it, but it might come back one day. And the other one is kill anyone who you think has done it.
Well.
But it's not exactly that. It's get revenge. I also downloaded some gun mods, which, they're pretty much most of the only mods I downloaded for New Vegas. So, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing really game-wise, other than I completed Doom. That was good.
Oh, yeah. Forgot you had that. Right. I can't think of anything else to talk about. Oh, yeah. Total Warhammer is out.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, Total War Warhammer, but Total Warhammer sounds a lot better. I don't know why they didn't call it that. Probably brand recognition. And it's looking to be really, really good. Apparently, it's one of the best Total Wars since... It's either the best or the best since Shogun 2, I can't remember. The review that I read.
Yeah.
Shogun 2 is a really good game.
Well, I guess because of the whole Warhammer brand, I guess they must have changed themselves around, maybe, or something.
From gameplay, it's like pretty similar to Shogun 2 with Warhammer units. As far as I know, the only DLC out so far is Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Which was free on the first week, but I didn't have the game, so I didn't have to pay for that. And there is going to be a free DLC pack with one race, and I'm guessing it's Bretonia because it's like half finished in the game. You only have like a handful of units.
Yeah.
You can't place them in campaign. You can place them in like skirmish or whatever.
Are campaigns in this game just like actual story based, or they're just like?
Not really. It's like grand campaigns, like as in you have to. It's sort of like a Civ game, kind of.
Oh yeah.
Like not cold campaigns. They're cold.
Oh, like war campaigns, really.
Sort of difference, yeah. Like there's a map, you have to conquer it, complete victory goals by like a certain time.
Yes.
It's normally like 250 turns or something.
Oh, so it's not like reason to fight number 1, reason to fight number 2, another reason to fight.
Well, the game is called Total War. You're gonna end up fighting anyway.
No, but you have a really long, drilled out story of how they came to want to kill each other.
Right. Hopefully, by the time hang on, what was I going to say? Hopefully, by the time I have got on a computer, I can run the game like on high settings at a decent FPS. A couple of the more Total Warhammer games will be out because it's supposed to be a trilogy, which will like sort of stitch together. So one game will have one part of the map, the other game will have another item together. The maps combine. So it's basically going to be expansion packs rather than full game. But I hope by the time I do have a good computer, it'll probably take a couple of years. To be honest, I don't have a job at the minute.
Yeah.
But by the time I do have it, I hope I do have Dark Elves because I really want to play as them. I mean, they ride dinosaurs instead of horses.
That's pretty cool. And I thought the Tyranids were cool.
They're like armored velociraptors, basically. Instead of horses.
It's a shame that the original Warhammer's getting better games than 40k is at the minute.
Which is weird because you can't buy classic Warhammer stuff anymore. They got rid of it for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, which is really bad apparently.
Well, they actually
you only get like 5 figures in an army.
So they've actually stopped making them now?
Yeah, there's a different version which looks kind of crap. It's like the setting is like I quickly skimmed over the setting. And it's basically like the apocalypse happened or something. So there's only like the gods and champions fighting over it. I'm not sure if this is correct. It's just what I remember of reading a skim reading paragraph 8 months ago.
I'm not a fan of what Game Shop are doing at the minute, like getting rid of all loads of bloody ultramarine chapters and everything. I'm not really a fan, like.
To be fair, there should only really be one ultramarine chapter.
No, I mean not ultramarine chapters. I mean like getting rid of all the different chapters.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, they do now as well.
Yeah, I mean like not all of them. Just like really limited now because some of them are randomly disappeared, and I guess there's probably
Which
a story.
ones are there, like figures, or
No,
can you still play as Black Templar unique figures?
I think stuff like Black Templar and Space Wars are still around. Just a lot of the kind of lesser known chapters. I don't know.
Alright, so it's not stuff like Grey Knights, which are like ridiculously OP.
No, I think it's like I'm hoping it's for like story reasons and not just because we want less characters or something.
So it's stuff like the Custodians, which were never really a thing anyway, because most of them are dead, I think. So it's pretty much the ones that were dying out anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think that's too bad.
I guess.
As long as the Legion of the Damned are still in, because those are pretty cool. Basically Ghost Space Marines, but on fire. By the looks of it, the Hobbit is still pretty much Lord of the Rings, just renamed. And with less models. I mean, you can still play as goblins and Angmar. It doesn't look like goblins of Angmar have the Witch King, which is kind of weird, considering he is the king of Angmar. But anyway, enough about that. So, I think we should play a Total War one day, James, put up on the channel.
One day, maybe.
I think either the first Rome or Medieval 2 is probably best bet because they're both pretty good and they're pretty, like, not demanding at all. I think Medieval 2 is almost 10 years, if not 10 years old now. So we could play that on channel someday. And I think if we get to, like, if one of our channels gets to either 100 or 1,000 subscribers, we should play the Kim Kardashian games for Android. If they are out in Android, I don't have an iOS, so we can play it on that. But yeah, let's do that. So
you can buy that else at the room with you and play
I think we're free. I think we're free. They have microtransactions in, I think.
Oh, for God's sake!
If they are free, and we get to 100 subscribers, we will play a Kim Kardashian game. And we'll do the same for 1,000 as well.
Oh, apparently, Cracked has an entire article on like analyzing Jaws 3.
Oh God!
5 reasons the worst Jaws movie is an underrated masterpiece.
Well, let's end it here before we go into more Jaws 3D. Right, so see you next time.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about Bloody Onion, but then again, I don't really care.
Nah, I can't be asked to do it too many times now. I've noticed most of our podcasts have not been on a Saturday.
Nah.
And we did say they would be on the Saturday every week on the first episode.
Yeah, I know, but people lie all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, yeah. I guess that's it. Anything else to talk about?
I don't know. Just should we say if we're going to talk about Jaws 4?
Alright, so next week we're not going to watch Jaws 4. We're going to watch Jaws in Japan because that sounds infinitely more interesting.
Yeah, but Jaws 4 has a woman with a psychic connection to a killer shark.
Alright, you watch Jaws 4, I'll watch Jaws in Japan. We can compare the films.
Alright. They could maybe do the same the week after. I don't know.
I think we're going to run out of Jaws films. There's only like 6 of them. We could maybe start doing RoboCop ones after because there's like 200 of them.
I don't know. 4 maybe. But then I could also have spin-off comics with Terminator and stuff. You never know.
Yeah, so anyway, I have been your host, Owen.
I've been James.
We will see you possibly next week. Probably not, considering how organized this week has been.
Oh, we're very organized.
Yeah. So anyway, see you next week when I will watch Jaws in Japan.
I'll probably watch Jaws 4, but I think I'd rather watch Jaws in Japan. It sounds more interesting.
Alright, so either way, we're going to do Jaws in Japan. We might do Jaws 4, though.
Yes. Shark movies, yay!
Alright, goodbye.